Hello everyone, Donna Spencer from Lucre Journeys, looking to do another port review with you. Today I thought we would cover the historic and beautiful gold rush boomtown of Skagway, Alaska. The name Skagway comes from the Tlingit word, meaning place where the north wind blows. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of the standard weather pattern for up there. Luckily though, when my husband and I went, we were blessed with these beautiful crystal clear blue skies, lots of fabulous sunshine, and highs mid-60s and up. In fact, my husband and my father were actually walking around in t-shirts and shorts. I felt overdressed almost the whole time, but that was fine because, I get cold. Right. Since these are all U.S. ports except for British Columbia, which is in Canada, and yes, just for the small few who are still slightly confused about that, Alaska is considered part of the United States of America. It's all U.S. currency with all major credit cards being accepted, and there are ATMs to be found. Standard fees apply. No currency exchange or any of that stuff, even in British Columbia. There is also no bartering to be had here. There are no straw markets. It's all stores. You walk in, that's the price you pay unless it's on sale. They do have sales. In town, the roads are paved. There are sidewalks or boardwalks. And the boardwalks actually indicate the original buildings of Skagway. So if you're on a boardwalk outside of a building, that's part of the original town. Once you get outside of town, it becomes mostly gravel and very, very mountainous. Obviously you could see that here. The town of Skagway was founded in the 1890s, but became an official town in the 1900s. Take a quick check out of my location history, 5 minutes or less video for further detail on all that. It is a gold rush town and was one of only 2 ports that allowed the prospectors to get to the gold mines in the Yukon. There are a delightful number of historical points of interest throughout this entire town. Everything from commemorative statues to interesting points of history to a couple museums to even some gold rush information centers. No, you cannot get your passport stamped if you are a U.S. citizen, since Alaska is still part of the United States. And British Columbia will only stamp your passport if you're staying overnight a couple nights. No, I did not find a specific pharmacy in town as we walked around and enjoyed the sights, but there are a number of larger semi-chain stores, meaning you'll find them in Juneau as well as in Skagway. There are stores that do have pharmacy type items, extra services available. There is a laundromat, there is ATMs, post office. There is also a vehicle rental of some company of some kind. I did not find their headquarters, but I saw magnetic signs on some of the vehicles that were driving around advertising for them. We even found a crafting and quilting store. So there is a large variety of things outside of the traditional 1500 jewelry stores. There are also a few places to get something to eat. The most well-known is the Red Onion Saloon on the corner of Broadway and 2nd Street. There is beach access, but unless you're part of the Polar Bear Club, it's not necessarily a swimming beach. The beaches are mainly comprised of smooth, dark rocks or shale. I was super excited to find an extremely nice children's park called Molly Wallish Park. You go to Broadway and 6th Street and then take a right. Walk all the way down to the end of the road, less than a block. It's tucked in on your left, behind some shops. There are restrooms, but they are not evenly spread. There's 4 of them, and they tend to be right at the beginning of right when you get off the cruise ship, then the port area, and right as you get into town. After that, it's kind of anyone's guess. I do know that the tour bus we were on had a bathroom attached. It was a charter bus, because bathrooms are apparently that scarce once you get past that initial set of stores and the port entry. Excursions will have restroom availability at the beginning of the excursion. Skagway was easily my favorite stop on our trip to Alaska, with its welcoming feeling and well-preserved history. Covering a little less than 10 square miles, with a population of a little over 1,000 people, Skagway is truly a very compact town. And you can't help but notice when you step off the cruise ship, because it seems like the cruise dock itself, or cruise slip there, was carved right out of the mountain, because the mountain face is right there. In fact, when I opened up my balcony door and stepped out, the first thing I heard was falling rocks from this cliff. The town tends to be calm, tranquil, and almost sleepy right now. But as you talk with shopkeepers and locals, you can kind of start to feel that subtle energy that runs underneath that made this port busy, noisy, and wild during the gold rush era. To leave this cute, and no, I don't want to say that. But despite its smallish appearance, okay. No, you cannot get your passport stamped if you are the windows are open here today, you can tell. What you doing, Stitch? I'm watching the birds and the cats. And Simba. Simba! Hello.